Terrorism in Peru is well organized to shape the minds of children. From a trusted Peruvian source, E-Turbo News received the following analysis of the current situation on the ground. In this report are many warnings also to Americans visiting or residing in Peru. It is a hard moment for me. In my 45 years, I have seen terrorism in Peru. It has never been as organized as now. Unfortunately, socialism in LATAM, Union of Latin American Nations, is not like in Europe. Social welfare in Peru is often financed by drug traffickers, illegal miners, and corrupt regional governments. Venezuela and Mexico are firmly narco governments and have an increasing influence in Peru. Terrorists in Peru worked for decades on ideological and military plans, ideological by controlling the national schools and colleges with the leadership of the now vacated president who opposed the educational reform almost 20 years ago. They generated a national mobilization with all the public school teachers who were in a situation of comfort. They refused to receive training to improve educational quality for fear of losing their jobs if they did not pass the evaluations that would stop them from demonstrating their inability to teach. Throughout this period of time and supported by the remnants of the Luminous Path and the Tupac Amaru revolutionary movement camouflaged under the political figure of Movadev, they have sown separatist and extremist ideological seeds in the population. Additionally, Peru has 1.5 million Venezuelans living in the country. This fact positions us as the second country with the highest number of migrants in Latin America. Among all this mass of people, there are good and bad. Among the bad are many military infiltrators who have worked undercover to form paramilitary groups with the support of those of Movadev. They have armed the people and developed military strategies that we have now seen, such as the seizure of strategic communication routes, food supply centers, state institutions, power plants and others. As one can clearly see, this is not a coincidence or popular will. They have taken advantage of educational gaps and inequality to convince the population and young people. They have bought the media and extorted civil associations with threats of violence to generate what we are now experiencing. The 21 deaths that have occurred in these 10 days are the result of these harassments and the not casual irresponsibility of their leaders. There are 15-year-old boys among the dead. What idea do they have about politics? Zero. In Peru, in that manipulative desire of a right wing, that is also selfish and oligarchic, and with the left co-responsible for this current situation. It's directly responsible for the country's socio-economic gaps. They removed philosophy, civics, and political sciences. So, what ideas can Peruvians develop about politics, democracy, justice, etc.? These ideas derive from critical thinking, and we have been trained to be automatons. It is my analysis of the situation. I do not have political tendencies. In fact, since 2001 I stopped participating politically in the electoral decisions of my country when I realized that right and left are two sides of the same coin.